Oh my freaking god, another how-to video? Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to JJ's PC Builds. I'm JJ with you once again. And if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe. And if you've already subscribed, welcome to the family. Welcome to JJ's PC Builds. And my veteran subscribers, as always, much love to you for all that you do. Watching the channel, watching all the videos from beginning to end. And also, too, telling your friends to come on down here and subscribe. So today, we got our drink and snacks in hand. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to talk about how to install a graphics card. Now, it can be AMD or it can be nvidia. It doesn't matter, see, because the thing is this. If you have a pre-installed graphics card, first thing you need to learn, and I'm just saying learn, first thing you need to do is before you uninstall your pull your graphics card out of your system, what I've always done was I uninstalled all the software for that graphics card first. And then after that, when I shut down the system and I unplugged the power from the back of the computer, then I pull all the graphics, the graphics card out, and I, take it out that way. And then I install the new one, and this is how we're going to do it. So stick around for that. Ready. Right here. Oh, let me get my finger out of the way. Right here on your motherboard, you have an X16 slot right there. And down below, you have another X16 slot. The top slot is your X16. Now, the bottom one, this is just a standard motherboard. That's an X8. So what you want is the one that's on top right here. This is your X16. Now, down here is your X8. So what you want to do is you want to take your graphics card. If I can keep my finger out of the way long enough, you want to install your graphics card right here to your X16 slot. Ugh. Never thought I had to do this one-handed. But this is where you want to install your graphics card. Let me put this down and get it installed. Alrighty. Oh, somehow my finger keeps getting in the way. Now, you can see the 4070 is plugged in there. Now, you have right here, you have the 8-pin, you have the 6+2. Oh, let me get my finger out of the way. You have the 6+2 right here. Okay, so you want to squeeze them together. And install it right here. And make sure it's pushed in all the way. Okay, now that's how and make sure right here where my fingers are, you put the screws. So let's go ahead and put the screws in. Okay, like so. Now you can see the screws back there, right here. The screws are in. You can see that the graphics card is installed correctly. The 8-pin connector that's on that is installed correctly. So that's basically the hardware setup just to install it right there. And yes, this is my system. As you can see right here, this is what's inside my computer. Light strip down at the bottom, like I always told you all. And at top, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fans. So yeah, that's pretty much my system right there. So that's pretty much it to my system. You're wondering why I don't have a front plate on mine, and I just got the fans right here. Well, see, the thing is this. I didn't want anything to restrict the airflow to the fans. So I pretty much, oh, there we go. I pretty much, right there, there was a glass plate. This is a $49 case. Here, let me stop my hands from shaking. It's got 64 gigs of RAM. It's got the Asus GeForce RTX, the graphics card. It's got the Ryzen 7 5700X. It's not an AM5 board, so do understand that. So let's go ahead and take you back to the desktop so that way we can finish this up. And now we're back on the desktop. Okay, now for me to cut that scene like that, because I had to turn my computer off, I did that on the telephone. I sort of thought that my phone was going to play nice and be able to transfer that video file to my PC with no problems, but turn around, there was a problem. Oh my God. I'll fix that because I do have another phone that I can, do that with. So I got the two for the price of one. The one is not so great, but the other one works well with Windows. So, but anyway, all right. Now we got through the hardware scene, and I did tell you in the beginning that it's best to, before you uninstall your graphics card, to uninstall the software for that graphics card. Now we're going to go and show you how, because if you got an AMD card, we're going to do it for AMD and nvidia. So we are going to go over to the action screen and see what we can get cooking. So here we go. Uh-oh, my face didn't appear, so why not? There we go. Now my face appeared. Okay, now we are on this right here. We are going to go to AMD Software Remover. Okay. So now the cleanup utility from AMD. Okay. Yes, accept cookies. I hate when they do that. They ought to know that it's automatic. Stop doing that. Okay. Now, right here is using AMD cleanup utility. You could use DDU. Okay. Don't get me wrong. You can use DDU, but I like doing it this way. If I got an AMD's graphics card that I'm trying to uninstall, this gives you the full, tool tips that you need to uninstall it. Okay, it's not hard to uninstall it. So it tells you using the using the utility. Okay, so right here, it'll say click for the AMD to, for the cleanup utility from Windows. Find a decent spot on your PC. Me, I got special folders that I put in for software. So we'll go ahead and we'll put the cleanup utility there. Oh, I already downloaded it, so you guys got the idea. See, what you're doing is you're downloading the software, the AMD cleanup utility for Windows. Okay. So once you do that, you follow the steps. It'll give you step by step how to uninstall all your software that you got, like AMD Adrenalin and the drivers and all that. This utility will do it for AMD. Now, if you have nvidia, what we'll do is we'll hit the home screen and we'll do nvidia uh, software uninstaller. Okay, so usually they say you could use DDU, or you can follow the steps for the uninstall with you can go through the and you can look around for how to uninstall it, but this is not what we're going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to type it in the right way. NVIDIA graphics driver uninstaller. Okay, let's see if we can get it in the right direction. So, I don't know why NVIDIA makes it so hard to hide. They hide things from you. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that brings you back to the same damn thing. Let's see. NV. Okay. Now you can go with Tech Power Up. That'll be good. So what you're looking for is NV Clean Install. Right here. That's what you're looking for. You can find it on Tech Power Up. If that's what you're looking for, to uninstall your NVIDIA graphics card. You can then uninstall all the software through the clean install. Right here. So, just to give you that heads up. So, you can go that route. Oh my goodness, I got bouncy everything going on today. Okay, now let's go back to the main screen. Okay. What I've shown you there, you can uninstall the graphics card drivers before you install your new graphics card. Now, let's say you're going and you're uninstalling your AMD, and then you're going to your NVIDIA. Now, if you're going to go to your NVIDIA graphics card, what you might want to do after you plug in your graphics card, okay, your new graphics card, you get on Windows, and then you turn around. Make sure you go through Microsoft updates first. And if they're there, install the Microsoft updates first. There's going to be a reason behind that. Is because then you're going to want to overwrite that software with new software, which we're going to go right to let's say you're going from AMD video card to an NVIDIA card. So we'll go back to the action screen. We'll go to NVIDIA official drivers. See, now if you got the 40 series, you got the 40 series, the GeForce RTX 40 series. The product line, you're going to want to push. If you got, like, I'm going to say mine's the 4070. My operating system's Windows 10, 64-bit, game-ready drivers, GRD, English, hit search. So now here's the new drivers. So you download the drivers, okay, and it'll come up to this screen. Then you hit download, and then you'll let's say you get it in your downloads folder. So we'll save it into the downloads folder. Just for a sec. I've already got this one downloaded, but I'll download it again just to show you what you're going to be doing. Okay. So once your download is completed, it's done. So once your download is completed, then you're going to want to minimize that, and then you're going to want to go to that folder, and that's in your downloads page. Let me fix this really quick. Okay. I got something crazy going on here today. I got to move things over. I guess I left some old videos there. I have to take and move them to the different folders. And there we go. That'll work. So now there's the folder that you're looking for. So what you do is you click on it, and then wait for it to load. And then you'll get a sign up here that says that, and then you'll say yes. And then you'll get something like that, and then it'll ask you to you'll click OK. Even though that I got this driver already in, I can still run it again, and it's not going to make much of a difference. So I'm just walking you through this so that way you see what's going to be walking through. Okay, you'll come up to your next one. It'll say NVIDIA graphics driver and GeForce experience. Leave that one checked. Okay, agree, continue. Go to your custom. Click on custom. Go to next. Make sure all of these are checked. Make sure, do not check the perform clean installation. The reason for that is NVIDIA was having problems like AMD is right now with that same issue. So do not click perform a clean installation. If you want to perform another clean installation, then use the NV Clean Installer or DDU and clean your drivers out again. And then after that, you click next, and then you go through the steps. And then if you haven't created a GeForce account yet, please do, because you'll have to create a GeForce account, That way you'll know what's going on. Now I'm going to open up the GeForce Experience. Let's say we get it all installed, and we're going to go open it up to the end. Okay, so now I got some of my games are loaded right here. So drivers, it says right here, mine is already up to date. Now, all you got to do is, create a new account, which is not going to be hard because it'll ask you to create a new account. But pretty much that's it. And it gives you updates. Once you create a new account and you go through all that, that little moment of setting it all up, then after that, you'll be able to get into whatever you need to do to finish setting up your graphics card. Now, mine, I got pretty much set. Okay. Now, if you want to walk through the settings, we can do that too. We can walk through the settings. We'll go back into it. Let's see. Drivers. You don't need to check for updates. We'll go into the settings. Let's see. Is there anything? We'll go into the home. Drivers. They can't get any better than that. That's pretty much it. Other than the game overlay, which I can't move that. So they got a button right here that's for the game overlay. You can open that up and change your settings or whatever you want to do. But it's basic and simple. There's not much to nvidia. If you want to manually do your graphics card, you can do it like, let's say, set everything up however you want. Pretty much when it comes down to here, it's like it asked you for the OpenGL rendering GPU. This is in the manage 3D settings. So the shader cache size is driver by default. Your power management mode to maximum performance. Texture filtering, I have it on quality. You could set it for performance. That's up to you. I set mine to quality. It's pretty much set and simple. The control panel for AMD. Not AMD. NVIDIA. NVIDIA control panel is very basic and very simple. So there's not much you really need to do there once you have everything set. So after that, you're all done. It's not hard to set up a graphics card. You can set up any graphics card you want in this world. Okay. All you need is the graphics card, the software, which includes the drivers, and your PC, and you're set. And make sure that when you're plugging it in, you get now if you got the 4070 with the 8-pin connector, that's fine. Usually most of your systems on your PSU has 8-pin plug-in, a 6+2. Mine, I'm using a 6+2. I got 6+2 times, what was it, 3 or 4 for the PCIe connector. So not hard to plug it in. Take you a couple minutes to install it. It only takes up 2 slots. Very simple, very discreet, not hard. So you plug it into the top connector. I'm just going through what we've talked about. You plug your card in, your graphics card into the top 16 X16 slot. Not the one that's below it. The one that's closest to your processor is your X16. So that's where you want to plug in at. Or basically where your old graphics card was. Just how you uninstall it, reinstall your new graphics card the same way, but with a little bit of a twist. Before you uninstall your original graphics card, make sure you uninstall the software completely before you pull that graphics card out, because once you get the software uninstalled completely, you unplug your computer, shut it off, shut it down normally, unplug your computer, take your graphics card out, put the new one in, plug the 8-pin connector in, put the glass front or whatever case front you got back on your computer, and then plug it back in, and then turn it on, and then start through the process of loading the new software from nvidia or AMD, whichever graphics card you want. It's not hard to uninstall and reinstall a new graphics card. Where everybody gets it wrong is basically what they do is they leave the old drivers in and they say, "Oh, don't worry about it," and they uninstall and reinstall the new graphics card, and then they reinstall the new drivers and everything else, and they're like, "Oh, this is running slow and this and that," Well, the reason why is because you forgot to uninstall the previous graphic card drivers. So without uninstalling those, it could take and cross over between the two. So you don't want that to happen either. So do be careful when you do that, because you don't want to cross over drivers, DLL drivers from graphics card to graphics card, because that could cause a little bit of an instability for your graphics card. So uninstall the first one completely, the software completely, unplug that graphics card, put it off to the side, take your new one, plug it in, and then go for the new driver software for your new graphics card. Install it, and then, after you get done installing the new driver software, restart your PC. Always remember, anytime you install new software to your PC, it doesn't matter if you're doing updates or whatever it is, after you get done, shut your computer down and restart it and go from there, because it refreshes the system. You want it to refresh the system so it locks everything in, instead of having everything floating up into limbo until you shut down the PC and then start it back up again. I'm breaking into the video just for a moment, just going to tell you this. Now, do remember, when you install your new drivers, Microsoft will try to reinstall those drivers. So you might have to go back into the device where you got all the... okay. What we're going to do is we're going to walk you through the device manager. My bad. So let's go to the action screen. Let's walk you through, just so that way you understand. Okay, so if you go into the control panel, you can find the device manager, which will be right here. Okay, on your device manager, you'll have display adapter. Okay, you have to right click and go to properties. Now, and go into drivers. Now, there'll be a button that says rollback drivers. If you have Microsoft download their drivers after the fact of you already updating to the most recent software and drivers, you can roll back the driver. They'll ask you why is, just put that you got a better driver or whatever, whatever the multiple choice that they ask you. So if that ever happens and Microsoft, puts in their drivers, wait for it to finish, then go into the control panel, pull this up, your device manager, pull up your display adapter, and go where it says, you go to properties and you go where it says, start in general, go to driver, and then, roll back drivers. It's not hard. Don't worry. You will not mess up your system by doing that. Okay. But if you install the drivers before Microsoft does, Microsoft still will try to install their driver. So make damn sure that after you get done installing, make sure after Microsoft gets done and you roll back the drivers that you got 31.0.15.4617. And it should be 11/9/2023. This is basically how it should look. So, and this is the most recent one, I can tell you that, and just let you know. So let's get back to the video and finish it off. So I just wanted to step that in there really quick to let you know that this is going to happen by Microsoft. So do expect it. So here we go. Back to the video. But with a little bit of a twist, before you uninstall your original graphics card, make sure you uninstall the software completely before you pull that graphics card out. Because once you get the software uninstalled completely, you unplug your computer, shut it off, shut it down normally, unplug your computer, take your graphics card out, put the new one in, plug the 8-pin connector in, put the glass front or whatever case front you got back on your computer, and then plug it back in, and then turn it on, and then start through the process of loading the new software from Nvidia or AMD, whichever graphics card you want. It's not hard to uninstall and reinstall a new graphics card. Where everybody gets it wrong is basically what they do is they leave the old drivers in and they say, "Oh, don't worry about it," and they uninstall and reinstall the new graphics card, and then they reinstall the new drivers and everything else, and they're like, "Oh, this is running slow and this and that," Well, the reason why is because you forgot to uninstall the previous graphic card drivers. So without uninstalling those, it could take and cross over between the two. So you don't want that to happen either. So do be careful when you do that, because you don't want to cross over drivers, DLL drivers from graphics card to graphics card, because that could cause a little bit of an instability for your graphics card. So uninstall the first one completely, the software completely, unplug that graphics card, put it off to the side, take your new one, plug it in, and then go for the new driver software for your new graphics card. Install it, and then, after you get done installing the new driver software, restart your PC. Always remember, anytime you install new software, to your PC. It doesn't matter if you're doing updates or whatever it is. After you get done, shut your computer down and restart it and go from there. Because it refreshes the system. You want it to refresh the system so it locks everything in instead of having everything floating up into limbo until you shut down the PC and then start it back up again. You want it to run correctly every time, and it doesn't matter what software you use. If you install any new software or update on any new software, remember always to, after you get done doing that, shut your computer off and restart it. Everybody says, oh, don't do that because the system automatically, because of UEFI, blah, 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 blah. No. That's what I call bullshit. I've tried it. I've experienced it. And I've seen the results. So, and I'm telling you from firsthand, it's best off to do it that way than it is to running your system for the next 4 to 6 hours without doing a shutdown. Everybody says, oh, it harms the system and this and that, doing shutdowns. No matter what you do, the computer's going to wear out, so it's not a permanent device. If it was a permanent device, then it would last 100 years. But there's no computer in this world that's going to last 100 years unless unless they redo the algorithm for the computer to run for longer than 100 years. So, a little bit of a catch to everything. They're only make them run up to 100 years, and that's it. You can leave your comments down below if you want to quote me on it. I don't care. I'm still going to tell you the same thing. It's what I've been told for years by many people, and so there it is. But on the other hand, as you can see, it's not hard to set up your graphics card. Very simple. So don't get frustrated. Just take your time. When you uninstall the first one and reinstall the new one, just how you uninstall it, you reinstall it back into your system. As far as your software, uninstall your old software for your old graphics card first. Shut down your system afterwards. Unplug your old graphics card, plug in your new one, restart your system, download the new software, and, run the software, and install the new software to your new graphics card. Simple, said and done. Nothing else to it, and that's pretty much it. So, and that's my 2 cents and take on that. So if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe. And if you made it to the end, we do appreciate you. By the way, I'm going to tell you that we do appreciate you making it to the end. And also, too, if you've already subscribed, welcome to the family. Welcome to JJ's PC Builds. And my veteran subscribers, as always, much love to you for all that you do. Watching the channel, or not watching the channel. Of course, you're always watching the channel. Watching the videos from beginning to end and telling your friends to come on down and subscribe and tell them to watch videos from beginning to end. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, guys. Okay. Now, I'm just going to bring this up. I did a live video on TikTok. I know I got back into TikTok again. You know how many likes I got on that? I got 700, almost 800 likes. That's believe it or not, that's the first live video I did on TikTok. And I got almost 800 likes. No dislikes. Ain't that something? No dislikes. So what am I doing wrong on YouTube? Y'all leave me a comment. Tell me, what am I doing wrong? I mean, I don't get this. I don't get this crap. You can get somebody that has, on their channel that they talk about totally nothing But I'm sitting there giving you information about something. Is it that I got to be like the bejesus guy over here that's, that talks about absolutely nothing and everybody likes it, compared to me talking about something and y'all don't like it? I don't get it. But I can sit there on TikTok and for a whole hour get about 800 likes. So that tells me that I can get 200 more likes. I can get 1,000 likes. That tells me that I can get 1,000 people to join up on my page over there. Huh. I don't get it. Do y'all get it? I don't get it. What's going on with YouTube? Maybe YouTube ain't showing my stuff correctly. Maybe YouTube's got a problem over here to where they don't want to show all my videos, over 400 plus videos, to you all, so you all can go and like them and watch them and have a good time with them and binge, and whatever. It's just got me totally pissed off. And be honest with you, it does. It's got me totally pissed off. So I'm sorry, I had to vent because yesterday was a test that I did on TikTok, and I wanted to see if I went live there, how many likes I could get. And sure enough, I didn't even have to mention it. It doesn't make sense. I didn't even have to mention it, and everybody did it. What, because I got over 5,000 subscribers over there? Maybe. And how I got those? They like my content. And what was my content about? Well, it was crazy. I deleted all my content over there. Thought, the government was going to take away TikTok from everybody. So I just got rid of all my videos over there. And guess what? It didn't turn out that way. So I kicked myself in the butt. Now I put a little bit more content over there. And if y'all were wondering what my TikTok's about, in time, I will put a link to TikTok to have you go over there if you want to take a look too. It's not much content. I talk about crazy things, it's just, same old stuff. People wanting to hear music and stuff like that, it's, it's the simple stuff in life. It's the basics in life. I'm the basic in life. But also, too, you be the basic in life as well, and make sure you subscribe. But until the next time in the next video, this is JJ on JJ's PC Builds. We will see you on the next video.